Hey guys, Happy New Year to you. Chad here from Take It or Leave It, here with another movie recommendation for you for a little film called Loop Track. Here's the synopsis. Ian, a man on the verge of a nervous breakdown, disappears from the world and takes a hike into the New Zealand wilderness. His efforts to avoid other hikers are futile and he is drawn into their worlds, but he can never shake the feeling that they are being stalked by someone or something sinister. Far from society, Ian starts to question his own sanity before plunging into a battle for survival. Alright, and with that down, let's get into why I think you should consider putting this on your watch list. Well, first off, I have to tip my hat to Thomas Sainsbury, who plays the protagonist Ian, and Hayden J. Wheel, who plays the supporting character Nikki, because they have the most screen time in this film and their performances are pretty brilliant. They gave some extremely nuanced performances for some semi-over-the-top characters, in the sense that Ian is like paralyzed with anxiety and depression, and Nikki is plagued with irrational confidence and devoid of self-awareness. And I think this was done so successfully by the filmmakers and the actors due to some of the comedy in the film that was a really nice touch and rarely ever felt heavy-handed, as well as the inclusion of some very touching dramatic sequences, particularly in a very honest and heart-to-heart conversation between the two characters halfway through the film that legitimately almost brought me to tears, and that is pretty rare for me. So touche to the actors and the filmmakers for that. Secondly, the film captures anxiety and depression perfectly, in my opinion, particularly social anxiety. I don't know if this is particularly relevant, but it's definitely a compliment, I think, because this TV show is so freaking good. Hannibal, the television show, if you haven't seen it, holy shit, you are missing out. Definitely check it out. But this film, Loop Track, kept bringing me back to this one sequence from Hannibal the show, and I was here for it.
Our brain is designed to experience anxiety in short bursts.
Not the prolonged duress your neurosis seem to enjoy.
It's why you feel as though a lion were on the verge of devouring you. Franklin, you have to convince yourself the lion is not in the room. When it is, I assure you, you will know.
I don't think it's a spoiler by showing that, but I do think that theme is definitely prevalent in this film. And something that the filmmakers really captured well, in my opinion, was the two sides of people who suffer from anxiety and depression. There's the highly artificial side that we do our best to conjure up when we're suffering from anxiety and depression in public. And then there's the real guttural, dark side that we only show ourselves when we're alone. The former is captured more comedically, whereas the latter is revealed in very haunting and harrowing sequences, and this sweet and sour dynamic completely worked in the film. And if you suffer from anxiety or depression or any other kind of mental illness or condition, I think this film might really resonate with you on that level. And lastly, the looming mystery and sense of dread that takes a sharp what the F turn into horror by the end of the film is just, I just loved it. I loved it. The filmmakers made a really great decision, in my opinion, and made whatever Ian is seeing, real or not, both semi-discernible and yet totally unrecognizable at the same exact time. This made whatever he was seeing or thinks that he's seeing feel even scarier and more ominous, but it also makes you wonder if we're dealing with an unreliable narrator. This, coupled with the resulting genre hopping, specifically going from dramedy to thriller to horror, constantly keeps us guessing, and this uncertainty further amplifies the dread, tension, and horror that is building throughout this film. This film definitely has elements of Watcher, The Invisible Man, Unsane, Significant Other, and most notably, The Ritual. And if all that sounds interesting to you, then I definitely recommend that you put Loop Track on your watch list and give it a shot. But those are just my thoughts, take it or leave it. What do you guys think? Are you interested in this film? Have you heard of it? Let me know down in the comment section, let's talk about it. And as usual guys, thank you so much for stopping by my channel, I really appreciate it. Don't be afraid to hit that like and subscribe button, and until next time, I'm Chad from Take It or Leave It, and I'll check you later.
Check you later, check you later.
Hey man, get off my case.
Oh man, chicks don't want to hear that shit.